Hi, and welcome to Conversations and Cocktails. Today's guest is Carlin Coulter. Yes. Owner, because you purchased after your salon Moxie up on Capitol Hill. Creator and stylist. Yeah, I would say definitely a stylist. And we met like 2 years ago at a party. I was here at the party, and we ended up in the closet, the boudoir, and played dress up for hours. We had so much fun. That was the bonding experience, I would say. Yes. And so Carlin has decided on bourbon neat. And so what I learned about bourbon neat, I don't drink bourbon normally, and I don't know what neat means. I know I own a bar. I should know what neat means, but to me it just means you kept your house clean. But I found out that what that means is it is straight bourbon. And if you've watched any of these, you know how my body reacts to browns. So we are doing something other than cheersing. We're just going to have a hit off the bottle in the closet. Okay, here we go. Okay, you ready? Okay. I'm taking deep breaths.
As neat as it's going to be, right?
Has to be 3 bubbles.
3 bubbles. I don't even know what that means. 3 bubbles. It has to be 3 bubbles, the audience is telling me. Okay. What does 3 bubbles mean?
Don't do 3 bubbles, Cindy. Just do 1. Barely do 1.
Blow.
And here the audience participation portion is... Oh my God. Okay, that was neat. And look, we're back. Here we are.
That's good stuff.
So that we can have more neat. I probably won't be sipping on that one this time. I think it looks really fun. I mean, look, like because we're in the dress up closet, we are playing dress up. Do you like our dress up? And a 5th.
Okay. We haven't drinking this all night. No,
we didn't drink this all. No,
Liars.
Liars
Liars and sinners in this closet. Liars and sinners.
Liars and sinners in the closet. One day we may come out of the closet, but I'm not sure that you'll be able to film that.
Everybody would like this closet.
Yes, you would want to be in this closet. So you are definitely a creator.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely, if you look at your home, if you look at your salon, your hair, I mean, you do fashion all over the place.
Yes.
You do you.
I am going to get this hair.
Okay, it's always the one hair. And I have a feather. Like, is a feather...
Nope, that's good.
You can see me through
Yeah.
the feather. Okay. So, like, when you were a child, did you play dress up? Are you the little girl that had a lot of dress up? And
a lot of dress up, imagination, you know.
Yeah. So then you went through life, you did your thing, and then how did you know that you wanted to be a stylist or own a salon?
I don't think I actually knew it was the path that, you know, this is what I've always wanted to do. I didn't do any continuing education out of high school. I didn't even graduate high school. I traveled. I lived other places. I experienced just life in general. And around like 30, I was like looking for another job, and I was just like, well, maybe it's just time to go to school, and maybe beauty school, you know? And I went.
We see it on Grease. There's this
Yeah.
Grease people, right?
Yeah,
Beauty school dropout.
I wasn't going to be a beauty school dropout.
No, you made it.
Even though, like, yes, I can see that. Like, I think there's only, like, this percentage of my class that I graduated with is, like, really only 10% still practicing hair.
Oh, wow.
You know, because they're all, like, fresh out of high school, and they just needed to go to school, and, you know, it's just kind of this interim. But, well, anyway, so I went to Gene Juarez. I studied at Gene Juarez.
Okay, which Gene Juarez did you go to?
Northgate.
So my cousin taught at Gene Juarez.
Oh, who
Northgate.
was your cousin?
Amy Rice. And so she taught at Gene Juarez.
Yeah.
And then she moved to Seattle Central and was a teacher at Seattle Central. But she taught
about
for
like
a long
11, 12 years ago.
Oh, we'll have to. I'm going to text
Yeah.
her when we're done here. When we're done, we won't bother you
Well,
with
we
the
all
details.
had like fake names.
Right, but what did they call her? They call her Miss something. Because I always thought it was funny, like, why are they
Yeah.
calling my cousin Miss?
So I went and just to talk, and they ended up signing me up, and I started like a week later, and that's just how I have to do it. Like, I can't like sit on things, and you know.
You're an action-oriented
Think-
person.
I am, and then things just happen when it's time. So I did that, and Salon Moxie was my first job at a school,
Oh, okay.
and that was 10 years ago. And 7 years ago, I bought it. So that's that kind of. The previous owners were just wanted to get out of it, and I just was like, yeah, I could do that. I could take it, and I could literally go across the street and work at the salon across the street. But it was just like I felt this space that I could create and stay there, and it's not like part of the industry of hairstylist, of competition. It's very competitive. It's very, who looks good. There's this whole other aspect of it that I've like really stayed out of. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So Salon Moxie isn't that.
Mm-mm.
So when you walk in, how do you feel when you walk into Salon Moxie? How do your customers tell you that they feel?
It's a community space. It's a space that is, you could choose. You could either just a time to relax, like I want my clients to choose what they want out of their experience. They're paying for it, right?
Right.
This experience, this moment, whether it's, women who are, CEOs of major companies, and maybe they have to be on conference calls when I'm like doing their hair, or maybe they just get to like actually just sit, moms get to just come in and just like sit and like don't have to do anything for an hour to two to however long it takes, or we just talk. It's like so that my clients kind of direct. I know what my clients want, and I'm going to follow their lead. And I think that's what the space is just a place to have it be your own,
Right. Now, in Salon Moxie, how many chairs are there?
There's only 3 chairs, so
Oh,
there's only
small.
It's very small, and I've kept it that way, just because it will feel, when there's a lot, those salons that have just action and music and, like it,
DJs.
DJs.
It's 7, right? Doesn't 7 have a DJ in the
they're
lobby?
they're not
They're not even in business
Yeah.
anymore, right? All that fluff, and they still couldn't even
So
make it.
all
You've been
of
around
that-
for 12 years.
Yeah. So all of that is just like, this is just that, salons originated as like a community, a space where women now, like, people come and you meet new people, you chat with the person next to you, and you like, oh, we get our hair done at the same place, and so it's that it builds this closer community, I guess.
Right.
I keep saying that, but
Right.
that's
Well,
what it
community,
is.
a gathering space,
Yep,
right?
a gathering space,
We
yeah.
consider our cafe a community center.
Yeah.
I mean, we call it often a community center.
Yeah.
And sometimes it feels like we volunteer at the community center.
Yes, I'm sure.
So now as you were learning, you said you didn't graduate high school, is that correct?
Mhm.
And then you chose to buy a business. So business is a lot of math, there's taxes, there's percentages, there's all sorts of things that go
It's the
along
one thing
with
I
that.
pay somebody to do.
Oh, it is the books, right? Okay.
Yep, I can fake it. I can fake a lot of things. Like, I know a lot of things. I don't necessarily have to fake it, but I do know a little bit about close to everything. Numbers, math, any of that. I'm not even going to pretend.
Like, done and done.
Now, anytime, like, I pay a bookkeeper, I pay an accountant. All I have to do is, like, send stuff over. Because the minute they start talking numbers, I'm like...
I want to talk fashion.
Yeah.
I'm
just done.
I want to know where this dress came from. You know, you
Yeah.
don't want to deal with math. You want to deal with pretty,
know,
right?
look at that.
I know. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I know where pretty much everything this came from. The Goodwill glitter sale.
Oh,
if you've never
oh,
been.
my hair. Whoops, it's not my hair actually. It's my hat. I think I'm going to set my hat down
Set
really
it
quick.
down,
Yep.
yeah.
So I haven't been to the Goodwill glitter
Ooh,
sale,
you
but I've
haven't?
heard a lot about it. Yeah. Yeah, that's a beautiful piece.
Yeah.
So okay, so now you're in your 30s. You decide to go to beauty school. Then you get, lucky.
I worked there for about 2.5 years,
and then you buy a business.
Yeah.
And so, like, if there's people out there that's rare. You really,
know.
this is a blessed
It
life.
is.
There, like you said, there's only a couple of you that went to beauty school that are still doing it.
I just, like, it was just like an opportunity and just who I am and in general, and this is how I started beauty school. Yeah, I'll try it.
Right.
I'll give it a go.
Are you a yes person? You say yes to
I just wanna-
opportunities?
well, yeah, and then they present, and that opportunity presented itself, and I'm like, well, yeah, I could do that. And it was actually a pretty easy transition because I had already worked there for a couple years, and there was 2 other stylists there already, and we just kind of transitioned that way, and I learned lessons. In the beginning, I was a commission salon, so I paid a commission to the stylist, so they 50% per haircut,
So versus an hourly rate.
no, versus leasing. So there's 2 types of
I
salons.
was going to say, I don't know. Tell me
there's
about
2
this.
types
I'm
of
curious.
salons, a commission plus hourly rate.
Okay.
And then is a leasing. The other is a leasing salon. So the other stylists are strictly their own bosses. They lease that station, that chair, that they handle their schedule, their taxes, their everything.
So it's their own business. They're just renting a
The
space
space.
from you.
Yeah.
They're not your employees.
Yes.
But the way you did it,
In the beginning, it was employee-based, commission-based salon, and that was just a lot, having employees and starting off. And you probably know, being a small business owner too, of the taxes.
the taxes. It's like, really? I got to pay all these taxes?
And then you're
What?
and then the rent, and the product, and utilities, and then you're like, oh, where's my money?
It's volunteer work.
Yeah, exactly.
Having a small
exactly.
business, I'm like, I volunteer. I
Yep.
serve this community center we call a cafe.
Yeah, exactly. So I changed over into the leasing model.
Okay.
And now they pay a rent to me, which pays, if I could get my rent paid at the salon, that's fine by my employees. Let's just call them employees, or my leasees.
Right. Your tenants.
My tenants, if they can pay the rent to the building, I'm golden. Then I can pay utilities, product, that's my contribute. Then I also get a paycheck.
Right. Instead of volunteering.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I've been on that kind of model for 3.5, 4 years now. So.
And it's better. Is it a better?
So much better.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, and I know, isn't there, I think I heard that in Seattle they were trying to change that and not allow lease chairs or something. Was that just this year? Or
it
when
was, and
that?
it was a really nonsense bill. It didn't make sense. I read through it all, and it was just it wasn't backed by anything. It didn't have any footing. So I was just this is not going to go through, because it was a paragraph long, this bill. It wasn't even written properly. It was just a really weird bill. I'm sure it's going to pop up again now that that one's been squashed, and I'm sure whoever wrote that one is going to kind of start to elevate it and like learn how to write bills or something. But
it seems, I mean, like, I don't know,
Yeah.
'cause small business wise,
Yeah.
it wasn't helping small business owners.
Not at all.
So who is it?
'Cause it was
who is
about-
benefiting?
it was also about like hourly wages and stuff, but you're your own boss. You make your own hours. You know, you take time off when you want time off. You know, if you don't work, you don't get paid.
Right.
You know, and that's all your decision. And the people who go into this industry and who transition into a leasing, you know, a leaser and to lease a station, they already have a full clientele. They already have a support system that they're able to do this. You know, you have to start out in a commission salon. You just have to build a clientele. Like, you can't just start off as, I'm going to pay rent, but then have nothing come in.
Right,
you
you
know?
don't have a clientele
Yeah.
yet. Do it
So
smart, right?
So you
Do
need,
it smarter.
Yeah, you need to start there. You need to start at those salons, and then you build, and you're like, oh, I don't have to like work for anybody anymore. I can work for myself. So, yeah, it didn't make a lot of sense, and it didn't go through. So,
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of curious about that. Like, what is this? What?
and that's a lot of small business, not just my small business, but my co-stylist small business. You know,
It's
'cause
their
they're-
business too, right?
They're all small businesses.
Right,
You know,
right.
they all have their own business license, and they all have, you know, so.
Because they're literally just renting a chair.
Yep.
Like
A
renting
space.
a house.
Yep.
Yeah. An office building. I'm renting my little office building.
Exactly.
So the question that I ask everybody is, as a female,
Mm-hmm.
and from your personal culture of origin, how has that helped you or hurt you in your industry?
I think, I guess I'll go with family. That's what I heard out of it. My family's always been really supportive. This daughter that they have that is like creative and
Lovely.
just like takes these leaps and things happen.
a magic daughter.
Yes, and then also with Erica, her also believing in me. If you've pieced it together, she started her business
7 years ago?
7 years ago. We've been married 7 years, and I
Oh.
started my business 7 years. So we
Everything all at once.
we did
Boom.
it all in 1 year.
Wow. She started 2 businesses and got married in
Mhm.
1 year. Now, I thought Jeff and I had done a lot,
Yeah.
but that's a lot.
So it was just like, all right, we could do it, and supported each other, and we knew we were going to be like poor and broke, but we've lived off of Top Ramen before, and we had the support of each other, and creatively, emotionally, physically, spiritually. So
It's good to have a good partner.
Yep.
It's helpful.
yeah, it is.
So now in your family of origin,
Mhm.
how so in my family, I have, as far as beauticians go or stylists,
Yeah.
I have a cousin who's a teacher.
Yeah.
I have an aunt who was a stylist for probably 5 years before
Yeah.
she was like, okay, I'm done. It was like
Yeah.
after her kids
Yeah.
went out, she
A
decided
lot
to
of
become a
people
stylist. Yeah.
continue, yeah.
Yeah, and then I have 2 other cousins who, their social, it was easier, their father had passed away, and so after high school, if you go on to school, you get Social Security,
Yeah.
pays for schooling, and
Oh,
so
yeah.
2 other cousins who were sisters went on to be stylists as well,
Mm-hmm.
but then I don't,
No other stylists in my family.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so family of origin, nothing.
Nothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, and do they love that you're a business
They
owner?
love it. They're
and
really
do,
proud.
do they live
They're-
in Seattle?
My mom and stepdad live in Snoqualmie.
Do they drive? Does your mom drive over and have you do her hair?
She does it.
Really?
Which is I'm all right with. I've done her hair before, but it's a lot of pressure doing family's hair.
Oh, I bet.
You know, like immediate family. Like I do my sister's hair, their partners. My partners, I do their hair. But my sister-in-law, my brother's wife, was a hairstylist for a long time.
Okay.
So she's no longer working in that field.
Now, was she before you or after? I'm just kind of curious, like,
Yeah.
what? You wake up one day and you decide to be a stylist.
She did it right out of high school, and then just kind of, I think people do kind of get to a point of, it's a hard job.
You're standing all the time, and then you're cutting, the
But
arms.
my arms are like this all day. I could hold my arms up like this all day long and not even feel it.
Wow.
So it's all muscle up here. Don't look under here. That's the wrong muscle.
You gotta be doing something else for that muscle.
I think that's this muscle. But and you're also talking. You are a therapist. You're a friend. You're a I could talk to 12 people in one day, and it's just, I've talked about the weather, the weekend, I've said the same story over and over again. It kind of gets rehearsed. And then when I get home and I'm just like, don't talk.
Tucked out.
No talking. No music, no talking. I really have to decompress, quiet.
So now I think that you are, I use the word fashionista. I know you don't, but you have such...
You came up with a better word.
Your own unique style. What was that word? I can't remember. Oh, it was a good word. You have your own unique style. Yeah. Wherever you go, you are kind of a billboard for style, in my opinion. You're
I like
definitely
color,
a style.
I like pattern,
yeah.
I like...
So when people who come to you to have their hair done, what, like my hair is just the way it always is, right? And what would you do different to my hair? Like, what is your brand? Do you have a brand?
My brand is who you are.
Okay, so you go with each unique person.
If you're not, I don't wash my hair every day. I don't style it every day. Like, I've learned how I can, wet down my, sleep spot, do that. I don't expect my clients to put in any more work than I do, and I don't do a lot. When I do, that's why my hair is short, is because it's easy for me. When I had long hair, I felt like I had to style it. So no, my brand, my style is just to make you feel the best that you can out of the experience that we just had. Right. This one-on-one, I'm touching people, this one-on-one experience, this connection, and what fits in your lifestyle, who you are, So I'm not going to put anything on you that you're like, oh my God, this is just too much.
No blue hair for me.
No.
So basically, you give your customer what they want.
Yeah, that's what I strive for.
That's wonderful. That is wonderful. So you own Salon Moxie. Mm-hmm. You are an amazing, creative, fun-loving counselor person that makes people beautiful and feel good. And do they feel like a queen when they're sitting, or a king when they're sitting in your seat?
Just, it's their time, and they are paying for that.
For their time.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, now we're getting to the end, but I'm just so curious. So, do you serve tea?
We have tea, we have water. I have certain clients who I'll be like, you want a glass of wine now? It's okay.
Like moms who need a break.
Sometimes, it's not, they're more like friends, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes. And you're on Capitol Hill, and you've been there for 7 years, so you've seen the change that's happened on Capitol Hill. And has your clientele changed much?
I guess they have. The change is good for a small business. Mm-hmm. I get new people all the time, but I still have original punks that lived there 10 years ago.
That's what I was wondering.
Yep.
The people who lived in Cap Hill 10 years ago are different than the people that are living there today.
They do. But I still have, a clientele that has been with me for such a long time. So I am able to kind of mix this. And everybody's, great. Super cool people. They all,
Okay. So now how can people, if they're looking for a full-on personalized experience in a small salon, up on Capitol Hill. How
Yep.
can they find you?
We're at 1315 East Pine,
Okay.
between 13th and 14th.
Do you have a website?
Salonmoxie.com.
Nice. I always love
And
it
you
when
can
people
book
can get the
online.
name. And you can book online. And do you do coloring?
Color, haircuts.
Okay. Okay. And then do you do anything on Instagram with your no social media? Okay.
I mean, I try. We have Facebook and Instagram, but
And
I'm
it's
not
Salon Moxie.
It is, yeah, and I'm not a big poster, so
Okay.
you know,
That's okay.
it's a secret.
Yeah.
know.
People want their privacy. I mean,
Exactly.
really, it truly, like if I'm going to get my hair cut, I don't need the
Yeah.
world to know.
And the marketing aspect of it is like my marketing is my clientele, word of mouth, and I think I've kind of kept it that way. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing
Yes.
your boudoir with me. Your boudoir? Yes.
Boudoir.
Boudoir. Yes, the R is what I was missing. Yes.
Boudoir.
Boudoir, I think, is
Like
a lot. If we got our pictures taken right now,
that's the same word,
right?
isn't
Is
it?
But is it? But I think that's boudoir photography.
No, I think it's the same
It's
word.
boudoir photography.
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody let me know, please. Like, just send me a little note and tell me what I'm doing wrong and what
Tomato,
I'm doing
tomato,
right. Right? I don't know. I mean, really, I'd like to know. I'd like to know.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
doing this with me. It
Yes.
was so much fun.
Yes.
I really appreciate it. Give me a hug. Oh.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, and wait. Before we go anywhere, I really have to show you these shoes. I mean, look at these shoes. Look at the detail. They are so beautiful. Yeah, what'd you say, one run?
Yeah, well, one run of them. This is a heel I could wear all day. I used to wear like high heels in my early days of hairstyling, but now I can't. But this is about
That's about it. So this is what happens when you have me in your closet, is your shoes might end up on, whatever this video is. Ciao, see you later.
Bye.